Your panties off, mate.
Welcome. Hope everyone is well. Yes, we are half an hour late, but you know what? The Kings of London can rock in whenever they want to. Let's
be serious. Look at who's we waiting for.
It's all right, man.
The gaffer.
Big shout out to Lee, Atkin, and Nikki. How are you doing?
Yeah, all good, man. All good.
Bless, man.
Good stuff. And actually, first of all, let me kind of congratulate you on an amazing season. Let's start with the gaffer. Could you sum up your season in 4 words?
4 words. Do you know what? It's weird, isn't it? I would say, I try not to be as what's it? You would use the word cocky. Try not to be as possible, but I'll call it. I can't say 4 words though, man. I'll say I'm not surprised for one, because we have a squad, which we can go into detail later. Another word would be jubilating. What else?
I just think, it was good that we won the 3 cups, but that finishing 3rd in the league.
No, I think let's talk about
that. That nags at me.
Yeah.
That nags at me.
But I'll say, just like, do you know what? It's great. Great. But at the same time, forward thinking. I just think forward, innit? I'm not thinking of like that's done now, innit? That's a stage where we've completed what we could complete based on where we were. But like I always say to these guys, it's nice winning 3 cups, but coming 3rd in the league is not. I'm not happy with that. Do you know what I mean? It's nice winning 3 cups.
Oh, shit.
But coming 3rd in the league. See, look at this guy.
I'm not very good on social media. The old man, innit?
Yeah, I mean, so like I said, it's nice winning 3 cups, but coming 3rd in the league isn't something. It's not the place where we want to be. Do you know what I mean? So more to do for next season.
There's always room for improvement.
Lee and Nikki, I mean, again, co-founders of Summers in AFC. What a journey so far. I mean, is it kind of something that you guys literally planned? I mean, I kind of love to get.
Of course. It's all part of the plan. Master plan, isn't it?
No, well, I never thought we'd get to where we are now. Like when I had the idea, it was of winning the Premier League, creating a team, and this guy has just took it further than I ever thought it would ever go with the players that we've got now. It's good.
And with like you, Lee, I mean, like again, you are a silent assassin. You know, again, you are literally behind the camera. You've got something to do with the intro. I'm not going to say what. But again, it's
just gas him up a bit.
But it's I think it's something that men of our generation, for me, have to kind of look up and commend and literally applaud. You guys in terms of what like you guys have created, right?
We didn't, when we first set this out, we never created to have an intro, to do this, to do that. It was just purely to set up a team and film our games. And I use YouTube as a platform that everyone of our players could watch it back. I never knew there was any YouTube teams. And it was only sort of in COVID, that's when we set it up, that my cousin Dwayne, our striker, said, blah, 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 watch this team. They're on YouTube, and then I got hooked on it, and so the intro was it got sort of, I don't know, how do you say it? After about a year, we was we could do it with an intro.
No, remember I did the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first one, you had the music already, and I said, let me just do something over it.
Yeah.
Everyone liked it, and I said, let me do a second one properly for Summers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I cut it short.
Yeah, he didn't see the value in it. He told him, "Don't put it in it."
No, I didn't say
don't put it in every week. But
he told me, I said, "Are you mad?"
No, we had players of certain teams in our league saying that, why didn't you put the intro in this week? I sing along with my daughter.
Here it is. The correction is, I didn't say don't put it in it. I said don't put the full song in it. Cut it short. Because what happens is when people watch YouTube, which we all do, when you have to listen to an intro for that long, you kind of switch off after a while.
No, but we switched it up.
Yeah,
the first one I put Monk's verse.
Yeah,
is on in the first part of the season, and then my verse is the second part of the season.
Now we like he's the music guy. Whatever. Not saying too much, but he's a music guy. But obviously, I read into things a lot more, and
he's always got something to say.
I'm a meticulous person, innit? So I like to make sure things are like in the right position and as it should be. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's why three heads are better than one. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's right. So, and you know, I kind of want to actually talk about that. How there's kind of three of you, and a lot of people, especially men, you know, they're like egos will literally get in the way and thinking, hang on, like there's like three of us, like all like three of us cannot steer this ship. Someone's kind of got to be the porter, and someone's got to be the cook. I mean, how does that kind of relationship between all like three of you work?
You know what? Yeah, I think the best way to explain this is this guy, his brain just does 100 million things at once. Yeah, this guy is the level guy that thinks of both angles. When it comes to anything and everything, he'll think negative and he'll think positive, right? Also, I think positive and positive, whatever it may be. Always looked at both sides.
Look at every angle.
I'm very I assess things. Look at his point. I say no, fuck it. No, language. Can I swear? No.
Yeah, you can.
I say no, F it. This is it. This is what we're doing because this makes more sense and blah blah blah. But not just off of my own, not because of what I want. It's more like okay, cool. But it's after a conversation.
He's quite business minded, so he will always look at it from that angle. Like, does it make business sense? But you know, like we're a how do we say, like a family? We're like a family club.
Yeah.
So being business isn't always the right way forward. You know what I mean? So that's where three heads in this situation always pans out because there's a nice balance between all three of us. He might think one thing one day, we agree, or vice versa, we disagree. But the three always manages to balance things out, and
we always put it to a vote on our group, and whoever, if it's 2v1, then
you see it in the videos anyway. Like I make decisions, but I'll always talk to you. And that time, obviously, he's playing half the time. But when it's stuff not to do with playing and it's more about the club, we'll have conversations. And do you know what I mean? It's always like you said, it's never like a dictatorship. It's it's a diplomatic effort in terms of how we get things done.
We actually have good personal relationships outside of football anyway. We're cousins. Me and Akin, I've known him from
basically
baby.
family, innit?
We're family, like from baby.
When I was running,
when he was a good player. He knows it. We went tournaments. We traveled the world. Literally played football together. So we have a good understanding. Do you know what I mean? We have a good basis, and it just works. It just works.
I think now, I mean, it's like going to be very interesting to see how you guys now navigate with the success that you guys, you know, I like getting, and you know, literally rightly so. You know, there's winning like winning 3 domestic cups. You know, of course, like the kind of London Cup as well, has now put a lot of eyes on Summers now and like the players. And I would love to kind of get the dynamic now in terms of, okay, well, if we are going to carry on being a family club with, you know, players that we've grown up with, but also now getting possibly better caliber of players to literally now get us to that next level. If we want to get to that next level, how does those conversations happen? And to get people feeling about that.
We just had a presentation, and one of the players said something to me, and I thought, yeah, you're right. He said to me that the level where we've got to now and the players that we've got, we're going to have to really kind of vet who we bring in going forward, because, do you know what I mean? We've kind of built something that's quite special. And he was just like, you can't just put anyone into that mix. And I thought to myself, it's quite true. It's quite right. But on a different note, I think if you look at the the demographic, like now the age group that we're dealing with, we're looking at like 40 pluses. I think everyone now is quite family orientated. So anyone coming into a football team literally is going to have their kids with them, or someone, you know what I mean? It's that kind of headspace, you know what I mean? So we're just the perfect fit for a family man, let's say, you know what I mean? So I think it will work.
And to be brutal, I'll be honest, this is just me, because these lot always suggest and say, this player, that player. I'm very brutal as to who comes into the team. It's not.
It has to fit.
Like,
regardless we've had about 3 or 4 players come in this season, and they've lasted about. They're fantastic players. Don't get me wrong, but they've lasted about 3 or 4 weeks, and then just thought, no, I'm not getting on board this, because you have to be. If you're having a bad game, the next week you're going to be prepared to ride the bench. And you know, it's my club. I didn't even get on in the London Cup final, but I knew the players that were on were just as good, if not better than me. So I wasn't even bothered. You know what I mean? Of course I wanted to play, but that's down to him. And
manager gets the final say.
It's one of them things. It's like everyone has an input. It's not like, it's just me. Like I said, it's not a dictatorship. But it's like once we start, players will come in. These lot know me. They'll say to me, give him a chance. I might say from the get-go, I don't think he's good enough. I'll say it. I'll say, look, he's not good enough. And these men will be like, no, man, he can play here. But I was like, all right, cool, fine. What do I do? I let them play. But then I always say, you've got to remember, even if they're playing now, they'll find their way out of the team when they realise it's not working for them, which is what's happened. I've never had to chuck anyone out. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you straight, it's not working. Like, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Do you know what I mean? And it's never like, you're this, you're that. No. It's always constructive, isn't it? It's always like, do you know what? Constructive, straightforward. It's like, look, this is what I need you to do. Because if you're going to come on and take this person's position, you've got to be doing better than what they're doing. It's not a matter of just saying, I've come from a team and I was a top goal scorer in that team. It means that you're going to come here and be the top goal scorer here, because we don't play that type of football where it's revolving around you as a player. It's a team thing. It's a team effort. Everyone gets their chance. That's why you'll see, if anything, our right backs had the most amount of man of the matches being done. Who did he even start off as a right back? He started off as a left winger, striker. Do you know what I mean? And he's found himself in a right back position because that's where I feel best to play it. Do you know what I'm saying? And he does a fantastic job. Second to him, you've got Joel, who's also a right back, who's just as good. But like we said, it's got to be a good fit. Everyone's got to understand that there are players in this team that are just as good as them. So you've got to be able to say, all right, cool. It's not my turn this week. It's his turn, because obviously he's been doing well. I've got to fight for this position. Do you get what I'm saying? And it has to be like that. It can't be you're not getting picked on merit. No.
The competition's high. There's no one in that team that's being carried. No one. So, you know what I mean? Everyone knows what's expected.
Yeah. So, man. So moving forward, like we said, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to follow the same ethos and say, all right, cool. It has to work. You could be a great player, but it's what you're bringing to this team. Whether you're going to bring the wrong crowd or you're going to bring a different vibe or a certain attitude, then, do you know what I mean? It's got to work with the team. Yeah. It's got to work with the team. So, yeah.
Big shout out to Mikey Mark. He's part of...
that's my roster still.
Yeah, big shout out. He's an active and actually loyal follower. So, big shout out to you. Let's... Actually, you know what? First and foremost, so before we went live, the gaffer pulled rank and said, you know what? The cup's got to be behind us. It can't be in front.
He didn't even want it in the screen. He didn't want it in the screen.
The gaffer didn't want it in the screen. I mean,
let's be honest.
Yeah, we had it right there.
I would love to get your thoughts behind why you didn't want the trophy in shot initially.
You got to remember one thing, yeah. Trophies are like a representation of what you've done for that particular, what do you call it, competition, right?
Or that time
this
period.
This is based off of London Cup. It's done now. We've won it. Cool. Say thanks. For me personally, we don't need to keep reminding people that we've won the London Cup for 1 year.
Yeah, not in that way.
For me.
Yeah,
so my thing is, I don't like these guys. I don't mind these guys. I'm not saying that what they're doing is wrong. It's just for me personally, regardless of whether I'm the manager and I've done this and I've done that, whatever the case may be, putting that there doesn't say anything, because I still don't think that we've been or done what we set out to do. So it's a good reminder, but I don't need to keep putting it. For me, I don't want to keep shoving it in people's faces. I like to think, you know, when they say you shouldn't call yourself humble, but I like to keep things humble in it. Like, it is what it is. We've won it. Everyone knows we won it. Obviously, these lot will say different because it's them. But
I can see me smiling, you know.
This is why we proud of it. I'm proud of what I created.
We put it here. He said he don't want it at all.
Yeah.
The balance was it goes in the background. You see what I'm saying?
I was even gonna block it up and see. Yeah, I'm saying these men want it in the shop. But my thing's never been about, like, for me in general, it's never about trophies, isn't it? Like, I'm not just talking about this. And like, no matter what I do, it's never about trophies. And these lot know me for that. Like,
No, this is fully about trophies, but it's not about
showing. Let everyone see.
But this is why we're here. We're here to win medals.
We're here to
win
collect
competitions. We're here to win trophies.
We're here to collect
medals,
stuff,
everything.
but you also got to know who we are and understand the team we are, understand the character that we bring. It's not just about us showing you that we've got this silverware.
Yeah, win, lose, or draw, we're the same people.
Yeah, so
You know
that's
what I
why
mean?
I don't like these guys wanted to. At times, don't be fooled. Today, I got my way. Another day, they'll say, "No, we're having it there." And I was like, "Whatever."
I'll just
You
be
know what I'm
running
saying?
with it, bro.
Yeah. And these are to tell you, like, I'm not the picture guy. I'm not the guy that jumps up in front of everything. Like, "Oh yeah, look, guys, we won it." In my head, I'm like, we should be winning this, and that's not even in a cocky way, but it's just more. I know what we have.
The mentality.
Yeah,
that's how you become a winner.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, that's just me, and it's just me in general. So anyone that knows me will kind of vouch for that in general. Like, to be honest.
I mean, I'd like to talk to Nikki and Lee about this, because again, I think a lot of people would assume you guys are overnight successes, and you know, like it's been years in the making, and literally not only forming the team, but the content as well, for like production that kind of goes into it, the blood, sweat, and tears. And like for me personally, I mean, again, I was kind of looking on your Instagram and like I was thinking, there's nothing really out there on, like, you guys didn't really put anything out about the London Cup. Like there was no pictures or videos, and literally, I'm like thinking as a kind of content creator and literally what like you guys are like doing, which is again so inspirational. These are the moments that you want to like puff out your chest and say, you know what, like, yeah, like we've like, like we're here and we've kind of paid our dues. We've kind of created content for like everyone to actually watch and enjoy, and also to have different opinions about. However, we have won all of the domestic trophies, and what?
The truth is, we do feel like that, and it's more within, because I think we know that our aim isn't complete. We haven't set out just to win it and then that's it, fold the club. You know what I mean? We actually here, we want to have a little bit of longevity in the game. So, and to be honest with you, all these players, every one of our players, they've had longevity in the game. They know what it takes. They know. They've been there before.
Don't understand.
You see what I'm saying? They've all been there before. So
in our group yesterday,
they're putting
your
up
brother,
pictures.
they had like his brother Eddie had pictures. And this is something I didn't even know. There was about 7 of our players holding a London Cup when they were the youths. They've already won it, and I didn't know anything about this.
Not just once, a couple times.
Yeah,
so it's not like this is what a lot of people like fail to see, is that we've got a team of players that have played, that can play football.
Yeah,
they've
played together. They played together.
Anywhere we go, someone knows someone. That will just show you the mark of whether your team has ballers in them. Do you know what I mean? And that is it.
Especially when the managers get asked, like, "Why are you not playing?" I'm like, my time's done.
Well, listen, I've gone from literally begging for players on social media after every season or in the season to now I'm getting 2 or 3 DMs just on the Insta asking, can I play? Can I come in for trials and this? And I've never had that before.
The Brazilian guy.
Yeah. No, it's Italian.
No,
the one
the
who plays
Brazilian one, South America.
The
And then
newest
he
one.
messaged me.
Oh yeah, we got a message a couple of months ago
from
Yeah, we
He's like a proper baller.
he give a proper resume.
Wow.
No, we're over 35. Like, oh, okay. I think he was like about 21.
Yeah, and I said I was going to try and help him out, but I haven't even got back to it still. But...
No, it's good to, you know, it's lovely to have, like, it's just a new experience. So, yeah.
Oh, amazing. Let's kind of talk about your like league position, where you guys finish. You guys finish third.
Shit.
No,
Yeah.
it's rubbish.
I mean, again, I was
First season in this league, man.
finishing third is third with 40 points, but the winner got 54.
It's the manner. It's the manner.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
the manner in which we finish third.
We lost twice to Blackmore. We lost once to Catholic, and we drew.
And twice to Harrogate.
We lost twice to Haverwood. We lost once to Herringate, who in fairness didn't play their last 5 games, so they would have probably come higher than us. That's the be and end all of it. I think.
But you like must be happy finishing third in your kind of in your maiden season in the Premier Division.
Yeah, it's like, look, like I said it already. Firstly, as much as I say, yeah, it's shit us finishing third. Like I said to the players, it's our first season. A lot of teams watch our games, so they know how we play. So with the Blackmores, the Catholics, the Harrogate, they know how we play. We didn't know how. They were ready for our tactics. We didn't know how they played. So we literally went into them games gung ho. And it's almost like when you lose a game and then you go play them the second time, that extra added nerve or pressure's there. Do you know what I mean? And also, we're playing teams where they've got players that our players know, or we played with each other before. We played in the same teams
They've
before.
got some top players like ex-pros.
Yeah, so this is why I'm saying that with our league in East London, a lot of people play together. So people know. Like, for instance, someone will look at the likes of Bradley Drisdale, who runs people ragged down the wing. He might play against someone in the East London, in our league. They know Bradley. So they're like, cool. We know exactly what to do.
What he's going to do.
Bradley, but then here's what we have. We have another ace in our pocket, which is like, cool, let's focus on this guy and make this guy take the pressure away, which frees him up. Do you know what I mean? So there's different things, but that all comes down to just thinking and communicating. Obviously, Nicky plays, but these are conversations me and him will have on the sideline. And you've been a part of it, where you've tried to talk to me on the sideline, and you're not going to get nothing from me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get nothing from me. The only person that gets anything from me on the sideline is my man here. And not just because he's co-founder or whatever. It's just I've known him for long enough, for so long, to a point where in my, let's call it my silly days, this is the guy that will be like, yo, like, what's wrong with you, man? Relax, chill out, man. Why are you doing that? Do you know what I'm saying? So I know I can talk to him and be real with him, and he can be real. He'll be real back to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So the conversations will be had, regardless of football knowledge or whatever. Yes, there's football knowledge, but then there's also someone who will give you a realistic perspective on things and say, yo, but you know, if you take him off, it might make him feel this type of way and It might not be about the football. It could just be about the individual. Then I'll be like, you know what? All right, cool. Yeah. I'm thinking about that now. Do you understand what I mean? So it's having that where you can feed off each other and have that conversation. Obviously, on the pitch, this guy don't give a shit about anybody else. He just wants to be on the pitch.
He just wants goals.
I'm 50 next month. Yeah, I've not got many years left. So.
Like I said, with that league, us coming third, yes, it's good. But at the same time, now going into it, second season, we know what we need to do. We know, the kind of things we need to put in play for us to challenge a little bit better than we did this season.
And no excuses.
And sorry,
throughout that, we was challenging for 3 cups.
Yeah. But I think it was well worth it. Do you know why? Because having games cancelled during certain periods and all of that. I think, obviously, as Nicky pointed out, me going away for 3 weeks doesn't help as well.
Help.
So, like,
Twice.
my family needs holidays. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Axie, you've got deep pockets, bro.
Nah, it's not even about. Don't do that when I'm camera.
Nice.
But yeah, thank God. You know what I mean? But all I'm gonna say is that it is what it is. It's one of them things. And when we've got a bunch of players like we have, like we've got great players, bro. We've got great players that you got my brother, you got Brian, you got Drizzy, you got Joel, you got like everyone. There's not just an individual, you've got everyone. I only sent my brother first just to gas him up a little bit.
I
Make him feel good.
He's watching this.
Yeah.
know,
It'll make him feel good that I said his name first. You know what I'm saying? So, I told you the guy. You get me? In saying that, like, just the team in general, like, we've just got.
So why don't you making your managers player of the year then?
Manager, nah, like that. That's got too far. He's already my brother. He's got way too far. The person that won it deserved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, like, it's just making sure that everyone respects each other, and obviously from where the conversations come from, you got to make sure that. I've got to make sure that when I'm speaking to the guys, I know these guys well enough that when I say certain things, they kind of understand it. And if they don't like it and they don't understand it, like I say to everybody, don't go to Nicky, don't go to Lee, don't go to Ade, don't go to Brian. Just come direct to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Tell me. If you're saying, I actually did this, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. If I feel I'm wrong, I'll apologize. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll apologize straight. But I'll give you my reason. Do you know what I mean? But then I'll apologize. But that's the whole point of the team. And I say this to everybody, like, people will complain, innit? Naturally, and go to Lee or go to this, but mostly people might go to my brother because it's my brother and say, Ade, da. And he'll tell me. But I always say, yo, just tell him to come and talk to me.
Yeah,
and he does it.
They used to do it to me.
Yeah.
They used to, they used to phone me, this, thinking I'm going to speak to him. And he's like, if anyone speaks to you again, just tell them to call me. Yeah. And that stops.
Because if they talk to him and he tells me, and they haven't told me themselves, to me, I don't know.
Yeah, facts.
I don't know about it. So you need to tell me. So, and that's the same thing. And it's a fact. It's a factual thing that happens because, like I said, with my brother, it happens. And I tell him, just tell him. And he tells everyone, just go and talk to Akin. I'm not Akin. Do you know what I mean? But that's just one of the things that as the team's building and we're becoming more of a unit, do you understand? It's getting better, becoming easier. Because at the end of the day, we're all grown men in it. At the end of the day, no one's kids here. So certain things, pride does kick in and whatnot. But like I said, we're a family unit. Like, if we can all be there with our kids, we should be able to just have communication with each other easy. Yeah. Regardless, there isn't in this team. There shouldn't really. There's hierarchy, but in terms of people in general, there shouldn't be. We should all still be able to talk to each other. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's just how our team is. We all talk to each other. Yes, we have our spats and whatnot, but what team doesn't? Do you know what I mean?
True.
Listen, you see Mark, yeah? He fumbled, you know. He fumbled. Fumbled big time.
You know, I think Mark's claim to fame is literally marking me out of a game, and he keeps talking to me about it. I says, bro, listen, I mean, like, it wasn't my fault that my team couldn't actually bag, but you know what? Yes, you did your job. You know,
you can't be that good then, because last March, if you ever mark me out the game, I'll tell you straight.
big shout to Mark. Let's kind of talk about the London Cup and let's kind of forward all the way up to the semi-final. So of course, leading. Actually, no. Whoa, I'm not too sure who posted unless you tagged me in. But I had you down, I think it was you and Shibu as my dark horses to actually win the competition. You know, and again, it was what I saw online is one thing, but seeing you guys in, you know, like in person and like, hey, you know what? I'll be kind of absolutely honest with like you guys. Me like driving down, I was kind of very apprehensive. I'm like, oh, how's it gonna be? How like people are gonna approach me, X like Y and Z, but like you guys were so welcoming and Lee, you listen, Lee, you got me on camera and I didn't even know that you was filming. That was very sneaky.
Very good at that.
But no, it was a really interesting game and I kind of felt, I had to be very respectful, not kind of being too much on the sideline and again just kind of letting you guys play. But I mean, how did you guys feel about that London? It was the London Lions game in the semi-final.
Very good team, I thought personally. Yeah. Bearing in mind, I mean, it's not making any excuses. But that was our third game in 10 days.
Yeah.
No.
Away from home on a
Third game
Saturday.
in 7 days.
Yeah.
We played on the Saturday, the league.
Tuesday.
Then Tuesday, the League Cup final, and then the Saturday. So that was our third game in 8 days. And
London Lions was a good team. It was a good team,
team.
organised. Like we said, we had a tough run of games prior to playing them. So who knows? It might have been. Who knows? It could have been easier. It could have been harder. Who knows? It was a good game to play, and to be fair, it was a good game for you to come and watch because they weren't. It's not like you came to watch a game that we played against a team that weren't good.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You watched us play against good competition. Do you know what I'm saying? And
you saw for yourself. Tough game, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So we tried to because they're a bit on socials, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to find any little clips or footage. And the teams that we thought we was watching, that was their B team.
Yeah.
Their A team.
This guy was sending me videos. I'm like,
it's like
bro,
walking football.
this ain't the team that we're playing, bro.
No,
this ain't the team.
definitely not.
It can't be the team that we're playing. If this is the team that we're playing, like, let's not be. I don't want to be in this cup.
Yeah,
that's the team we're playing. Like what you're sending. So it was like, right. So when we got there on the day, I was like, nah, look at the facilities. Facilities.
Best facilities I've ever seen in Vets football.
Crazy. I wanted to start managing them.
Well, look, how nice was the place to breathe?
Oh, it was literally amazing. And actually, what I kind of loved about it as well, it was, it was blood, sweat, and tears. But after the game, the literally amount of respect, like both teams gave to each other. That's
big up Dan, their manager.
Yeah,
top guy.
Honestly, that's what football is about.
Yeah.
I think that's what Vets football is about.
Mm.
Open age, not so much, but Vets, there's no contracts on the table, and we just come in. Like honestly, it reminds me of when I was a kid growing up with him when we was 6, 7, 8. There was no social media, so it was round nannies every Sunday, round your aunts, and it was just a big group of cousins. Yeah. And this is what I'm seeing. All my LG, my daughter, she's like one of the stars of the show. You got her, you've got Nootsy's daughter and his son. Who else? You got Drisdale's daughters. They're all mixed. And it's just, they all look forward to Saturday. Can you phone? Is so-and-so going to be there? And do you know what I mean? And we're creating an old school vibe where they're not on the iPads all afternoon. They're just playing, kicking ball. Girls as well, which is great to see.
Some of our girls have got contracts, professional contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, amazing. Amazing.
She's like,
shout out to Aaliyah, by the way. Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, no, amazing. And how have you had any pushback from like teams regarding filming and the VO?
No. The only time we've ever had someone say that we can't film was actually a ref about 2 seasons ago. He said to me just before the game, have you got permission? And we was like most refs, when you ask them, they love it. Do you know what I mean? Because we always give the refs a shout at the end of the game. I make sure, because without the refs, there's no football. But he actually said, no, I don't want to be filmed.
But we filmed it anyway.
I was going to say we edited it. But we filmed it anyway. Obviously, you don't watch social media.
No, I remember that day. I remember this guy coming up to me saying, yo, the ref don't want it. I said, so? Like, film it. It was like, no one's going to see him anyway. He's just running around in black top of the shorts. Like, no one cares. Do you know what I mean? So,
but now I think, like you said, most people want to be on film. Most people want to watch their games back. Yeah, and win or lose, I hate, especially when we lose, because I have to edit it and watch it over so many times. And when you took a heavy loss, and it's just, it goes with you for the whole week until the next game, and you're like, hopefully we win. But
it's got better though. Credit, and this is the thing, credit to the players that we've got. We've got to give them credit 100%, because what we started off with is not what we've got now. Do you know what I mean? And obviously progression is a major thing. Nah, when we started off, losing was like, you're feeling it. Yeah. And then our first season together as this team, which was last season, before we got promoted, we started off, it was hard, didn't it? We started off, because obviously new players, people not getting used to each other yet, and still building in terms of understanding this player, that player, X, Y, Z. So them times when we were losing, it was hard to build the confidence back up. But then once we got that first win, which was like the crazy win of like 30-0 or something like that, crazy, just saw the difference in the players. And it's all about confidence, I guess. So once you saw that confidence, everyone started talking a little bit better, communication was better. And like there was just camaraderie in it in terms of the unit, and everyone just kind of be like, all right, cool, like we're not gonna keep fighting each other, which it still happens every now and again, but more so now everyone's fighting for each other rather than fighting against each other in terms of like this one can't do this and that can't do that, blah blah blah. Help each other out if that's the case. Talk you through the game, or if you need to do it like lead by example. Do it and then get onto it. Don't get onto him and not do it. Do it, get onto him, and then at least then that person can see, cool, that's what you wanted me to do. Do you get it? And the same thing goes for me. That's why I always say to these lot when they say, you should be playing. What do I always say? I'm not fit, so I'm not going to go on pitch, tell these guys to be doing something that I know I can't do at this current moment. Do you know what I mean? So it's got to be like that, and everyone's got to see things that way and be like, okay, cool. I have to lead by example. I can't just say, I'm coming out on the Saturday to play, but I'm not 100% ready to do my job. Yeah, which is ineffectively gonna like work for everybody else as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like it's constant progression, and like I said, credit to the players, man. Credit to every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they've literally done the job. They're the ones that put the work in. Do you know what I mean? Week in, week out. So like credit to them 100%. No matter what I say, it's up to them to do the job. Like I say to them in the change room. Yeah, I'm the manager on the sideline, but each one of you is a manager of where you're playing on the pitch. So as much as I'm on the sideline telling you what to do, you've still got to manage each other on the pitch. And that comes through communication. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's onwards and upwards in terms of forward steps. Oh yeah, big up Samar as well, because he's the
big up Jay. Big love to all the brothers on screen. Hope everyone is well. Yes, everyone is well.
Love, bro.
100%. And Jay has just put in a football team is like a clock tower. It takes many bolts and screws to like keep everything together. And if one is broken, or literally if like one is broken, screw, it won't work. If it makes sense, 100%, definitely. 100%. Yeah. So let's talk about the final. It was at Bromley. Let's not kind of go in terms of where the venue was.
It was an away game. Yeah.
You know what though?
It's not gold there, but
it wasn't that great.
Okay.
Win or lose, the pitch or the stadium was amazing.
Yeah, and it's even better that we come south. Took the trophy away from the south, man. Brought it to the east. I mean, so it's cool. It is that. But
beautiful.
It was a long journey still. Like, that's what it is. But forget about all of that. Like I said, I didn't want us complaining about that. It is what it is. But yeah, go on. Let's get into that.
Yeah. So yeah, I would kind of literally love to kind of know how like everyone was like feeling physically and emotionally when you actually got to the ground. You know, possibly 30 minutes, 40 minutes before kickoff. And I'll start with Lee first.
Nervous, but I'm a little bit cocky. I knew we was going to win from the jump. I was nervous because anything can happen, but the journey just said it all for me. I was just like, there's no way we're coming all this way and we're not coming back without the cup. No way. So, yeah, that's how I saw it. How you see it?
No, Nick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was fate because the two teams, Charcoal and Santos, the 2 years previous, they knocked us out. They give us heavy defeats. And then when we got drawn Charcoal, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then Santos in the quarters, I was like, come on, man. They hammered us. But yeah, it was what it was. That was the players we had on the day. I'm not making any excuses, but to come through to that and then to see the final and to see all the kids, like, you know, they all wear our kits because we got kids sizes and they're all excited and we're like, no, we're not losing this. Not losing this final.
Axe?
Yeah, look, for me, it's just we're not going to go to South London, go through all of this, beat all these South teams, have Charcoal say to us when we beat them, you better go on and win this.
Yeah.
Right? and then go to a final and lose. And like all it is just it all come down to preparation. It all literally come down to preparation. Like he said earlier, I think what I think and I don't say nothing to nobody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everyone can make suggestions and say whatever, and more times I won't respond because I already know what I've got in my mind. So just kind of knowing the opposition and knowing what we are setting out to do, what we want our achievements to be at the end of the season, I was more like, yeah, we've got this, but with a humble way of thinking that anything can still happen. Do you understand? Because if you don't kind of have a plan B as to what if they score? What if this happens? Blah, blah, blah. Then you kind of leave yourself short and then you're then chasing a game. And that's not what you want. Do you know what I mean? When you're chasing a game, then that's when you're more than likely going to lose. So for me...
It shows as well. I just want to say one thing. Even in the other rounds, because we're getting constantly 20, 21 players putting their names down and only 16. But the thing that's showed for me is when I'm watching and then all of a sudden 1, 2, 3, 4 of the players that weren't even picked are on the sidelines cheering us on. I was like, now that's a proper team. Like even to the extent we had like Boateng, who lives in Wembley, come down. Samuel didn't even get in the squad, was there from the start, just on the sideline.
Making the most amount of noise as well.
Yeah. For me, that just wow. It's so good to see, you know? And it makes all my editing, all that behind the scenes make it so much worth it. Neil come down with his boys.
You know what I mean? And he's
shout out to Alex and Monty.
Yeah. And that goes to show you, Neil's someone that he's not even a part of. He's kind of put himself out of the team because he's like, all right, cool, let me let the other guys play because obviously this is what he thinks that, they're better than me. So let me give them a chance. But it's not saying anyone's better than anybody. Everyone has their attributes. Everyone has what they're good at. And he still showed up that day.
Showed the mark
even though
man,
he's not,
you know what I mean? Still there.
Even though he's not in the squad.
Team people, you know.
Everyone's there. So like we said, it's all about, for me anyway, it's all about just keeping it humble and knowing that, all right, cool, yes, we've got everything we need to win this. It's just, all right, cool, how do we keep ourselves on the ground, keep our feet on the ground?
And keeping players wanting to play if they're not on the, you know what I mean? You've got certain players that we've had this season, unless they're getting 90, they're like, no, I'm not playing. I'm not coming here to sit on the bench. But with us, that every single player, you know, even his brother, who's one of the star players, has took his turn on the bench. You know what I mean? And
what's his name again? What's his name again?
Ryan.
Yeah, no, it's that, man. But that whole London Cup journey, literally, probably
amazing day.
Yeah, like amazing day, amazing journey just to even get to where we got to from where we started, and to then come out with a win and a victory is even better. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we weren't even thinking about, I want to win this London Cup. It's like, all right, we enter this. We enter as much cups as we can possibly enter. And
no, but as we have to be honest, when we beat Charcoal, and they said to us, you can't beat us and not go and win this competition. It don't make no sense. And that was the mentality. We was like,
I ain't gonna lie, when they stepped to me in a nightclub, at a birthday party in a club and said to me, yo, yeah, you ready? Ever gonna beat you? Like, yeah, all right, cool, you got something else coming. Don't do that with me, bro. Like, it's not, I'm gonna be quiet, I'll be silent, but you know, the boys are there, the soldiers are there, they'll do what they need to do.
Yeah. I want to kind of shout out Santos and the kind of Charcoal players as well, regarding being like respectful to
the top players, man. They're top people as well.
Top men, top players.
Yeah, definitely.
Got some good guys in there.
Big shout out to Mark. It takes a whole team to win, not just the starting 11. Very, very, very true. And Jay has a question. Do you have the same more or less motivation for the opposition fans in the same way you get motivation from your own fans, or how can it affect you mentally? So, yeah, that's kind of,
especially at this level, I think it's a bit different, isn't it?
No, I think, do you know what? I don't see the opposition fans. I'll be honest with you. More times I even see our home fans. Do you know what? I'm just thinking about the game. So, you know, when we're outside, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's saying something. everyone's shouting something. You can hear the fans saying, "Oh, why is he not playing?" Or why is this one not doing this?
Yeah.
I don't hear that. I
just
block everything out. The only person I can't block out is Sama because he won't shut up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that guy won't shut up, and he'll get mentioned because obviously right now, if he's watching it, he's gonna be gassing like, "Yes, I've got to, yes." You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I don't see it. Like, my thing is, what motivates me is like it's us three, yeah, being there. And obviously the boys being on the pitch, I don't want anyone to go out there, come out on a Saturday and go home embarrassed. Like, it's not, we didn't come out for that. We didn't come out just to run around, or not we, they didn't come out here to run around, you know, get dirty, get muddy, probably even get injured, get hurt, to then be leaving with a loss and be taking your kid home and your son saying, "Oh, Daddy, how'd it go?" "Oh, we lost 2-0. No one wants to hear that. You want to be able to tell your kid, "No, we beat them, man, 1-0. And then your son or your daughter then feels like, "I'm coming next week. I want to see this." Like he tells you about LG. LG will come and say to me all the time, "Make sure we win. Make sure we win. You know, like we're winning, but make sure we keep winning." Like she gets on to me, and sometimes she say, "Oh, Hakim, why don't you do this?" And what? It's like, do you know what I mean? That motivates me more because it's like my audience. For me, my audience is the little ones. It's mad to say it, but it's the little ones that we bring. Like these lot will tell you. I could be managing the game. The only people I care about are the kids. I won't talk to anybody else. I'll pick up Kingsley, I'll run around with LG, and I could be managing the game. Those are the only ones that you see me ever get distracted with. Like I'll play with them more so than concentrating on everyone else. So when it comes to the fans,
it's the truth. I don't think the fans ain't a major factor. I think
the fans are more respectful in
I think at our age, it's more the jokes that we're gonna have with one another, sort of thing. I think there are times where we have to be honest. When I'll even say it, the charcoal game, like everyone wanted to win that game. When we scored to get back in the game, we did really celebrate.
No, we
kind of
when
we went in front, we celebrated because we were very happy. And then when they leveled it, they kind of mimicked us, and they were trying to take the piss a bit. You know what I mean? And they were copying what we did, like sort of thing. And we was like, "All right, cool," like because we did kind of overstep that mark, so we could see what they was doing, you know. But this is football, do you know what I mean? Everyone at some point catches a bit of feelings here and there, isn't it? But I don't think it's nothing. There's never anything malicious with the motivational side of it. I think it's just football, you know, just strictly football. We get happy, we get sad. The important thing is at the end of the game, everyone's happy. Do you know what I mean? There's no arguing, there's no sad faces. As long as our kids see that at the end of the game, win, lose or draw, I think that's the most important message. Do you know what I mean?
So true.
I just like to keep things respectful because these lot tell you when these lot celebrate, I'm screaming at everyone and say, "Look, calm down, man. What's wrong with these lot?" If we're winning, we got
carried away on that goal. That was the first time.
If we're winning 3-0, 4-0, fine, do that all day long. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, bro, relax. That's like, do you know what I'm saying? We've still got a game ahead of us. Like, let's relax. But they also say to me, "We've got to celebrate," which I also understand. Yeah. But obviously, manager's head is, guys, calm down. And funny enough, and I hate to say it, every time I've said it, what's happened? we go and concede. Do you know what I'm saying? We always, it happens all the time. And I'm like, God, do you know why? Because they will run, burn all their energy celebrating. Kickoff comes. No one's focused now. Everyone's like, still celebrate, still breathing heavy because you run to the other side of the pitch or the ground just to celebrate. Like, bro, just conserve your energy, get back into position, focus, and let's go again. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's just me, innit? Sometimes I can be a little bit like these little tell you, I could be grumpy. I might not be as excited as everyone else, but it is what it is. Look at me with his eyes open.
You even doing that in the London Cup final.
Yeah, but
the final, isn't it? We were running up.
He thinks he's Ancelotti, isn't he?
No, it's not even that. I'm saying it. And the thing is, even with the London Cup final, look what happened. We celebrated that first goal. And what did I say? You got calm down, stop celebrating. Because if they score now, what's going to happen? Then they scored.
Yeah, but not straight away.
No, it wasn't straight away. And then they did the same thing. No, because we done it.
No. They would have done that regardless.
But for me...
But no, go.
What do you think?
All right, okay. So, all right, okay. I'm gonna be as respectful
on the sidelines as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna be as respectful as I can possibly can.
Yeah, be honest.
If someone right now asks me who's the worst person for you to film for 90 minutes on the sideline, I'd say Axe.
100, 1 million.
You are the worst because literally you don't give me nothing. Like I'd be filming and it'll be silent. I'm like, Axe, no, to Breeze, man. Just no, like.
Even said that he's going over to Breeze with a camera. I'm trying to concentrate on the game.
Literally, imagine me doing a day in the life of Axe. It'd be a silent film.
100. No,
it would literally be a silent film.
Do you know what it is? I accept that. Yeah, I accept that because it's like I can banter, I can do all of that. You know me. If I want to banter, I'll banter everybody. But it's like that time, and you got to remember, Tabriz, like I'm not around you, innit? So it's one of them things where I got a camera in my face, and you're just asking me like, "How you feeling right now?" It's 1-0. How else am I supposed to be feeling? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when you're saying that, you're like, "Oh, so I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm thinking and my tactics now with game, like." I can't do that right now. Like that's more for these lot and the guys that are on the pitch. So I need to focus and do that. But you just caught me at the worst time. London Cup final. Come on. Come and chat to me. London Cup
high
final.
Stakes, isn't it?
You can't. That was one of the ones we had to win it. So it's just game face. I can't be on the sideline doing kiki on camera and then telling these man be serious. Like it starts off from somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying? So whatever energy I'm giving, they're gonna go out on the pitch and do the same thing because it's like raw. Like to the point where I'm talking to my own brother and he's pissed off with the way I'm talking to him in a way, but it wasn't even that bad. But just the energy is like, rah, okay, cool. We need to go out there and do it. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things you transfer that onto the players in some way, shape or form, because they know, all right, cool. Like, all right, he's actually taking it seriously. But if we walk up there and I'm all laughy jokey, everyone's going to be the change you laughy jokey, come out all super relaxed, but it starts off somewhere, innit? And then it builds up, and then everyone then gets involved. Everyone's then a unit. Do you know what I mean? And then everyone's going out there with the same, what's it called? What's the word?
Same mentality on the
same mentality. Everyone's on the same page, ready to go, and that's just what it was. So yeah, I just couldn't do that whole thing with you at that point in time. But I spoke to you at the end, so
and like you know what? So it's literally as I've kind of said like everything. Like I totally respect your literally how you kind of conduct yourself in like game time, because there was an incident with I think it was your cousin Lee where like there was a foul or something and literally LSU thought it was a dive and then
that's my brother.
Yeah. and then literally there was like a bit of a kind of
no, to be honest, they started it. We didn't say nothing. They started accusing us of diving, and we was like, huh?
Yeah.
I think that was just in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But literally how Axe literally diffused the whole thing. Like it's like, nah, you know what? We don't do that. Just concentrate on the game. It's like it's gone. We don't have VAR. Like the game is going on X, Y, and Z. And literally when I kind of think about it now, yeah, Lee didn't really come up to like you Axe with the camera at all. Like he was kind of mostly focusing on other things. So literally, why would you talk to me if you don't even talk to Lee? You know what I mean? So but you know what?
Look at it and see, yeah.
And again, like even at halftime when I was trying to creep into the dressing room, he's like, not now. Totally, I totally understand. Totally, because again, it was, it was
sometimes it's my thing. I don't have no filter sometimes, man. I just say how I feel at times, and that's just it. Sometimes it can come across negative. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's just if someone comes to me and says, "Yo, you just did da 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 da," I'm gonna be like, "Oh, do you know what? Sorry, I didn't even clock." Do you get what I'm saying? But it's just how it is at that point in time. So I say to people all the time, don't take no offense to what I say or what I do. As long as I don't punch you in the face, then I don't mean to fight. You know what I'm saying? But
literally, I know exactly what I was trying to do. I was, I was there putting up
on the wall, isn't it?
Literally.
Did you get into the LSU's changing room?
You know what? I kind of realized. If I couldn't go into your
I put you off.
Then literally I've got to be very, very respectful because there's like certain conversations that you don't want to be recorded. And I kind of went in there for maybe 30-40 seconds. And again that's the reason why like the footage that you saw that I didn't have a lot of even from like their like changing room conversation because if I couldn't get anything from you, then why should I put things out about
fair. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but no, you know, literally, myself and Axe were kind of going back and forth, and yeah, listen, I was prodding and poking, and with a kind of cheeky, grin, and I will literally never forget when you guys won. Actually, first and foremost, who do you think was man of the match in the?
Don. Don.
Oh, yeah, it's Drisdale.
No,
Drisdale gets man of the match. These are Driz and Don are one of our 2 best players.
Everyone always looks at the person that scored the final goal.
Yeah.
I always look at the person that makes the team tick, right? And I've always said to these lot, like, and it's not a favoritism thing. That game, personally, Don, for me, that cup final, Don. Because the things he did in that game, you didn't even notice during the game.
Yeah,
like him running back from...
What's their big man name?
I don't know his name. Him running back.
What's their big man's name?
The striker.
The striker.
Baz. Yeah.
Savage,
He had Baz, literally, Baz couldn't get out, couldn't play his game.
Couldn't do nothing.
He thought he had Don, he thought, I got a little man.
I got little man.
That's what I'd be thinking.
Don's a striker. Don is a pit bull. Like, you're not getting past Don. Do you get what I'm saying? And he tried a few times. Don's just there, he's on him. To the point where Baz's run into our box, Don's run from their half.
Nowhere near him,
and caught up and slid and stopped him from shooting. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, Don put in a shift that game. Definitely. Bradley definitely as well. Brian,
had a solid game.
All of them.
But they weren't for me.
One player we ain't even mentioned yet. Mad Mike.
Oh yeah,
Mad Mike. Mad Mike. When what's his name? Max got injured. He stepped up.
Yeah.
And the semi-final, no one knows that he was meant to go to the cup final, the Man United game, and he sacrificed half of his game or his watching time to play with us, and it went to extra time. Yeah. And he was nervous in the final, and he even said that to me before. He's like, I can't control me. And then second half, he just some of them saves he made.
And not to forget, and I'll be honest, not to forget the person that actually set the game up for us, which obviously we've kind of not said anything about, and I'll give him his flowers, is your brother. Like Dwayne in that first half.
Oh, definitely.
Even though, he missed a few chances, which is what I hate the most. You know what I mean? Like Dwayne in that first half had their defenders on the ropes. Their defenders were on the ropes. Like they couldn't, the fight, everything, the touch. He's going in on them all the time. Like they didn't know where he was coming from.
Yeah, my brother's a funny one. It's like when you look, you don't. Everyone who knows football, they know Dwayne Chapman is a good football player, but it's one of them players that you kind of you take your eye off of him for a second, and then he always does something you're not expecting. You know what I mean? So even I go back from the finals, the first goal against the Charcoal game. They thought that the keeper thought he could get the ball before my brother. My brother he's so quick. He just turned on the pace and he got there before the goalkeeper and he just shocked him. You know what I mean? That's the sort of player he is. He just does things that are so unexpected. And he set it up.
It's just so many things within our team that a lot of teams just are not catching on to, and I hope they don't. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like we can talk about Ade all day long. Do you know what I mean? He does what he does and he frees up everything else because he may take the ball and he may run round and run through players and play a through ball here, or you may lose it here and lose it there, wherever, but he's constantly on the ball. So you have to put 2 players on him, which then frees up a next man. Do you understand? To be able to receive the ball. Same thing with Brian. Listen.
Don't give him too much tactics.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Same thing with Brian. Listen, that's the cleanup guy. That guy is literally the cleanup. You're not. Everyone looks at Brian.
No one's even mentioned Newts as well.
So literally for me, the person that impressed me the most was Newts.
Do you know what?
He was
the ace in our card that game was Newts because no one thought I was going to do that.
And now there's one more as well. Aaron, the general.
That's my cousin.
He's our cousin.
He actually got injured twice in that game.
And
still played. He kept going. Do you know what I mean? You could, every single player, I could say something about every single player, but
you got to give props to Ty. You got to give props
to Ty. If we list
striker,
there's every player in our team that we can list, and I don't want to miss anybody, but it's one of them things that the Summers team in general, everybody that played that day. Shannon has been injured for how long? They had their right winger. Their right winger is one of the most trickiest players I've seen in over 5 years. This guy could not get onto Shan. Couldn't beat Shan. Shan's come off an injury. He hasn't played for how many weeks? Do you know what I'm saying? And he made sure he did his job that day. Like from Aaron, Ty. Anyway, that's the manager's player of the year. Do you know what I mean? Because that guy, like, will just do a job for us no matter what. This is one of our strikers playing centre back. Naturally, he's a centre back. I hope he gets this, but he hates playing now. But he wants to be a striker. But like I said, like all of them, everyone plays their part, and because the team understands each other now from where we were, everyone knows what each other can do. Yes, there's going to be frustrations. Yes, they're going to be like, oh, you could do blah blah blah. But like, you got to give props to everybody. It is what it is, and like I said, the most we can do now is just get stronger.
That's the plan anyway.
It's just to get stronger. Like, we're not saying that, oh yeah, we've got a team, we're resting on our laurels and saying, yeah, that's it. Like, we're building, because at the end of the day, the same players that are playing are the same players that say, oh, we should get this player. They want better. They want players to challenge them. They're players that are talking about players in their own position and bringing them in. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, cool. Let's see where it goes. So everyone has an idea of where this team should be going and what they want to do. Everyone wants to enjoy their football on the Saturday. No one wants to come out and play a shit game of football. You want to come out and know that, right, that was enjoyable, that was fun. Let's go again. So some of them play Sundays as well. Because they loved it so much, they want to play again on a Sunday. But prior to them playing for summers, a lot of them were like, oh, it's long, man, I can't be bothered now. But the fun's back into it now, so they want to keep playing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's good testament in terms of what we've done this season. But like I said, it's onwards and upwards. We've just got to keep getting better.
And on that final point on the finals, apparently I think did Bromley get promoted?
Yes, we did.
So that is actually the last non-league game that's going to be played on that pitch.
On that 4G,
on that 4G. So that's amazing. And she talking about onwards and upwards. Let's kind of talk about Vets football in East London. Do you think it kind of gets the recognition that it kind of deserves? Listen, I'm, again, I think everyone knows that I'm kind of based in South, and the kind of Southern Vets League has 7 divisions right now, could be even more. And again, a lot of people just like talk about like this kind of teams in South as the kind of best teams, and don't really talk about any other areas. I would love to get your opinion about that.
We've actually got 7. We've got the Premier League, then you've got Division 1 East and West, Division 2 East West, Division 3 East West, because Essex is huge, so they sort of divide it. But when you get into the Prem, you could be playing teams 30, 40 miles away. They've got an over 45s league, which is a very strong league. And they've just started an over 55s league last season. So the Essex is probably got more teams in the Essex Vets League than they have in the South London. But I don't know. Yous lot do a lot of social media, which is great to see from a person in the Essex Vets League. I tune in to watch all your channels. You know what I mean? Because I wish we had that here, but I don't know. We don't have that.
It's more of the younger lot. It's coming than Vets.
But what you do down south is brilliant. Like you said, it's just
definitely more channels, more options, more togetherness in that sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest. I'm not a social media person, so I was a bit ignorant to how much was being done in South London. Even to the point, I even heard a little sly comment like, "Oh, but they don't big us up or nothing." But it wasn't a case where we don't big them up. I didn't know that's what you were doing. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't know you existed. So it's nothing like that. We're not coming from that angle. It's just like we're surprised at how well you are promoting it. Do you know what I mean? So big up to everyone that's doing it. You know what I mean? East London will come. We'll catch up on that side of it. We're going to catch up.
He's being nice about it. I just personally, when man are throwing shots without really understanding what's going on, I think it's very stupid, isn't it? Because it's like you're saying, man, we're not bigging you up and we're not doing this, but you ain't reached out to us to say anything. You don't even know you're there. Like we're just catching on to things because we're doing our own thing, and then it's
because we started winning.
Yeah.
Literally,
and the thing is,
it's like they have to mention us.
Yeah.
So then now it's
all
like,
of a sudden, they're not bigging us
you
up.
didn't say us nothing to
So
us.
it's like,
we
hold
didn't
on
know.
a minute. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's not like that.
it's a two-way street.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
two-way street. Like we're not gonna say, all right, cool. South London's team's coming to play us. We're not gonna record it. We don't do that. And when Nicky does his commentary and does whatever, he will talk about it. He will big up the teams. He will say if they travelled far and what they had to do. He will say it. He'll talk about the manager. This guy will sit here. We can be talking about a game next week. Nicky's probably had a conversation with their manager for about 3 days, talking about anything
3 hours
and everything
each.
for time. You know what I mean? To the point where I get pissed off. I'm like, bro, my guy, like, I'm the manager. Let me talk to the manager. But this guy will make the effort to get to know other teams. So when people are saying, "Oh, these guys just come out of nowhere, they don't do this and that," I'm like, no, you start taking a mick. Let's be real. And it comes back to like, and I'll say this now. It comes back to the comments made by Charcoal and made by certain. Just certain South teams, mainly Charcoal, to be fair. When we played them, and it's like, oh, these lot they're not good. Yeah. They're not good. They just beat us by a lot, and their pitch is this, and what else was there? Their pitch is shit. It was money, this, that, the other. The goalkeeper won us the game.
Yeah.
They haven't really got good players. Wait a minute, hold on, and I'll say it straight. Your favorite player, Greeny, right in Charcoal, should have got sent off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Ade, who's my brother, I'm not gonna like just big him up for no reason. Had them running ragged. Brian shot. Joel shut down Finney. Shannon shut down. I don't know the other brother on the right wing. I can't remember his name. Fast guy. Shut them down to the point where they started switching and changing things. I'm not saying that they aren't good, but we came out with a tactic, right?
And stuck to it.
And that's football.
And we beat them. But then for these lot to come out and say these lot aren't good and these lot aren't this and that. One thing I don't do is I never disrespect another team. Because we can
try not to.
No, but I can easily say, right, when you said, our pitch is this. When we first played you lot, you beat us 5-0. Well and good. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it, you beat us 5-0. But did you see us complaining that your pitch was a freaking mudslide? Do you know what I mean? Did you see us complaining that we couldn't even stand up? People were slipping all over, doing whatever. We didn't have. I'm not saying none of that. I don't want to make the excuses now, but there were certain things that happened. But then when we played on a pitch that was not bad, we had a squad.
Let me get this in.
Go on.
We was one of the only teams in Essex to get that game on because of
everyone else cancelled.
All the games in South was cancelled.
Yeah, so it's like for me, it's like we done that. We had a squad now because the first time we played you, we didn't. Like I said, I don't want to do that, but we've now got our squad out. We know who we're going up against. Same way you guys know who you're going up against. And the game was a game. Like it was a tight game, went to penalties. So how can you say this team's rubbish if it was tied? It was tied. And yes, Max made the saves for penalties. Do you know what I mean? Max is a fantastic goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. So why would you not have a fantastic goalkeeper in goal when you're taking penalties? I don't understand. I don't get it.
Everyone wants. Right?
So what? But then prior to the penalties, yes, Max made some good saves. We understand. Their goalkeeper made some fantastic saves as well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But for you to then come out and say, nah, they weren't that good. Oh, nah, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you lost in penalties. Like, we potentially could have beat you. Yeah. We potentially could have beat you in 90 minutes. But we went to sleep by over-celebrating, and then you come back and hit us. Do you know what I mean? Because we weren't concentrating. But it was a good game. Everyone knew it was a good game. That's why you man said, right, you've got to, well, make sure you win this. You know what I'm saying? And then we then went on to do what? Beat Santos. Yeah? Then we went to the final and beat LSU. Do you know what I mean? As humble as I like to be, there's certain times when certain people say things, I'm like, nah, that's not going to run. Because you lot are saying we're rubbish, we're this, we're that, we're not good. But, bro, we just won this. And we beat all your top five or top three
of the
South London teams to win this.
We was actually told by a majority of people, LSU, probably the best ball-playing team. And
I personally think they were.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
They were. We came with
quite a high
tactics.
accolade. You know what I mean? Like,
we came with tactics. We matched them, and we won the game. Simple as. But I'll be real. Anyone wants to come for me, bro. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
I still love.
Okay, so literally, the thing that
get out of his
No, I had to. Bro.
for months.
no, okay. So literally, the thing that I'd say annoys me more so is actually when I first found you guys. I mean, I can't even remember how I even found you guys. To be
I
honest,
think I tagged you in one of our memes.
yeah. And I'm like,
when we lost 5-0 to Charco.
Yeah. So literally, I'm like, who's this Vets team that's like recording games? So literally, I kind of went back, started watching, and then literally, I'm like, you know what? Anyone that kind of wants to listen, I'm like, you got to go watch Summers. You got to go watch Summers. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd say 80-90% of the people like, yeah, okay, cool. Like they didn't want to take any kind of notice. And I'm like, you know what? Like, forget about even like the kind of footballing side. No. Okay, you know what? Forget about the footballing side. This is a team that's literally promoting men playing a sport, and literally they are kind of do it, and literally they are doing it in a way where it's they don't take themselves seriously. However, they can play football. You know what? I'll whatever. And then the moment you guys are gathering momentum, that's when people are now saying whatever they want to say. And again, what I said at the beginning is like, people think that this is an overnight success. Like there's been hours upon hours of not only filming, production, organization, getting players in, getting players out, and and it's kind of very disrespectful when like teams literally just now say, you know what, Summers are shit or like whatnot, like have literally have like those individuals gone back and literally watch your kind of archives of
this is
games.
4 years in the making. Like I said, it's just, from day one, we were getting beat when we first started. It was a bunch of players, but over 4 years we've put out every episode,
man.
every
from
game.
losses to wins there's games where we've been embarrassed because we just lost ridiculous.
Well, the worst game for me was when we got beat at our first year in the London Cup by Santos 9-0. And I remember at 8-0, this will always haunt me. They grabbed the ball, got it back. We need to get 10. Let's get 10.
Listen to this, yeah. That game Santos played us. Who was in goal, Nicky?
No other excuses. We lost.
The point I'm trying to make is this guy was in goal, yeah? We went in there.
We lost 10-0. We 9-0 with the players we brought there.
Yeah,
no
so
excuses.
here's the thing. We didn't call the game off like some teams would. Yeah, we still went there. We took it.
You only had 11.
We said pause. Yeah, we took it ourselves. Yeah, we took it. Yeah, we basically went out there. We had probably less than 11. It was like 10.
We lost fair and square.
We lost because at the end of the day we weren't prepared. Yeah. We weren't ready. Now, when we were prepared, what did happen? No excuses now. But everyone else has excuses. Say, they're not this. This, that, and that. But when we lost, we took it on the chin. We took
in good faith, recorded it,
and then
showed it.
Still even
had relationships off the back of that.
Still tried to book you in, and this ain't man against Santos. Still tried to book you in for friendlies against us.
No, Santos have never.
I'm talking about.
Santos have never ever. Santos have been
like we still tried to play you friendly. Still try to set things up because we want to play good competition. You to just be mad disrespectful
on every. Listen. As good as we've been this season, any top team can beat any top team. It was our year this year. Next year, it might not be our year, but we're going to try and retain it. We're going to try and win the league. We need to win the Essex Cup, or we need to get past the first round. We've got knocked out in the first round,
which everyone's seen that
for the last 3 years.
I'm sure everyone's seen that video. So
interesting.
So like I said, we're not better. We've been better than anyone in that competition this year. We won it. But any team can beat any team, any top team in the Premier League, whether that's South, North, East, or West.
We're not saying we're unbeatable. We're not saying that whatsoever. And we're not saying that we're the best team in London. Obviously, this says we are because we won the trophy. But at the end of the day, it's like a fighter. It's whoever comes in on the day, isn't it? Like anything can happen. It's whoever comes with the right tactics, sets out their goals, and focuses on it and does what they need to do. Plus, obviously, you're relying on the players to be on form as well. So, like we said, it's good competition. It's excellent competition. Just don't chat rubbish. That's all. That's my thing. Just don't talk shit. Respect every single one of us because we're all grown. Everyone's coming out. Everyone's got kids. People are coming out playing football. You could get injured and be done for like you can't play football ever again. People still have to have jobs. Like, do you know what I mean? So when you're
go work,
so when you're disrespecting people, disrespecting teams for work that they're putting in, I can't accept that. I can't take that.
We've been silent.
Crazy.
We've been silent.
Mad crazy. Like these lot want to say stuff.
We wanted to talk. Yeah,
I'm the one that's telling them don't say this, don't say that, and now I'm the one saying it because, bro, these lot tell you, they rattled me. They rattled me. 100% rattled me because I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna let that run because it's just mad disrespectful. Pay everyone respect. So give it back. Let's reciprocate the respect. Simple as.
It's true. Let me kind of shout out the management for LSU and shout out the management for like Santos.
Big up.
Amazing people.
Hello, but shout out Charco. Yeah. I forget the manager. I ain't got no dealings with the manager, but I've got a couple players that are my brothers and stuff. They're all very cool guys. You get what I'm saying?
Shout out. Yeah, 100%. Literally, I want to shout out the players.
They've got very good players. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sometimes what's behind the scenes doesn't help you in terms of your team and the character of your team. Makes your team look worse than what you are, whereas you're not like that. It's behind the scenes that's causing the problems. Do you get what I'm saying? So now shout out Charco 100% because for me, they were our biggest challenge.
Of course.
They were our biggest challenge.
They're double champions.
That's what I'm saying.
Just won everything.
They deserve to be.
They
deserve to be where they've been put. Do you know what I mean? They deserve it. 100%. Sick team. Brilliant team.
Sick team.
Brilliant team. Just don't call us rubbish again. That's all I'm saying.
So before we finish, again, thank you to everyone that's literally watching and all of your questions. Where do you think Vets football is going to be in the next decade? And I'll start with you, Nicky.
Well, last 5 years, I've played in this league for the last 14 years, and the last 5 years, it's just exploded. Really has. So, and you're getting players that are coming in from non-league, sort of waiting to their 35th birthday to come in. You know what I mean? And it's just amazing to see. So yeah, like I said, the next 5-10 years, even the next couple of years, it's just gonna grow and grow, I think, personally. So yeah, that's me.
Lee?
Well, I was at work and I was just talking to one of my clients, just chit-chatting, and he was just asking me about personal stuff. So I said to him, I've got this football team, and I said it's a Vets team, and he said, I can't remember, he didn't hear me properly, but he said something. I said, no, a Vets team. I said, furthermore, we just won the London Cup. And he was like, what? Like, it's like from him saying the Vets team, he thought it was down here. And then when I said the London Cup, he suddenly piqued his interest. So then when I started telling him about it, he was like, I would never have thought that it would be as you're saying it is. Do you know what I mean? In his mind, he was thinking it's old men, beer bellies. It's nothing of the sort anymore.
Six packs, everything.
People come up to us and says, "Are these ringers? Like, they over 35?" Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's very competitive. So I just see it getting more competitive, getting more better. Hopefully our footage will get better. More people will start doing it, more interest. Just snowball effect, just getting bigger, hopefully.
And Axe?
Off the back of what they said, just consistent growth, man. It's where we are at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And the levels are getting better. We've been at this for 4 years now. From where we started to where we are now, in terms of even competition, you can see the difference. You can see how it's growing and how it's, you know what I mean, constantly improving. I remember Vets League back in the day. I remember being maybe 27 and having one of my old mates that plays Vets football say, "Oh, we can get one youngster and play one youngster in the Vets League." And I went and played. And I was like, right, is this how easy it is when you're over 35? I'm sure I scored like 2 or 3 goals that game. Like, just to put it, took me off at half time. I said, no, you can't play me. Do you know what I'm saying? So for it to be where it is now, and you've got the likes of, I can only base it off of our team and certain other teams where you've got, we can say it again, we've got the Charcoals, we've got them, and you can see the levels. We've got LSU, especially, like you're seeing them, you're seeing the levels. So it's gonna grow. It's becoming the thing where once the backing's there and everyone's paying more attention to it,
that's what it is. The backing.
I'm not seeing it as,
especially from the FA. The FA don't care about Vets football.
Imagine if the whole league itself, like the whole Vets football profile got raised to a point where there was something in it for everyone. Like it could just be a prize at the end of like prize money or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like it would actually just transform.
Let me tell you something. Do you know what would transform it?
And hold on, you say that, but I'm just letting everyone know we've got stuff in the pipeline to raise the profile as well. So I'm just
all I'm saying, I don't know what they see right now.
He don't know.
They probably didn't tell me because they probably think he's gonna check. He's gonna say no. But
I have the product in my hand first, and I'll put it there.
My thing
do
is,
you like it?
if, like with all this talk that's going on between East and South and West and North, bro, like if we said, let's Super League, not Super League, but you know what I mean. I get 3 of the South London teams, get 3 of the East London teams from the Prem, get 3 of the North London teams, put it in like that, and build a league off of that. Then we can talk. Cool. Who's the best team? Because you're playing each other more than once. It's not just a cup competition. Do you know what I mean? And then everyone that's in their Premier League potentially either gets promoted into that league, or because there's so many cancellations and different things happening, if all the good teams are in that league, when it hits to the back end of the season and people aren't wanting to play, them teams will definitely play because the competition is going to be mad high.
See, the beauty of the Vets League
So,
right now is that it's open. It's open. You know what I mean?
It's an open playground, isn't it?
Yeah, it's open playground.
You couldn't have even had that. You couldn't have had that conversation 4 years ago.
You've got people like us in the room now that have got ideas. That have actually got businesses. That have actually maybe got a bit of backing and people that are willing to back it. Do you know what I'm saying? It just creates. There's this room now for creativity and for things to grow. You know what I mean? Just because that's just who we are. You know what I mean? As people. So
if I see this Vet Super League team, I want my money, bro.
You know what? We'll have to talk off air. So literally. But let me just say, Summers, honestly, now again, Lee, Axe, and like Nikki, you've been nothing but funny, respectful, charismatic, and again, literally, I love the footage. I love what you guys stand for as well. It's I know it's quite cliche to say it's not about winning and losing, but with like you guys, it's literally about building a community. And showing men of a kind of certain vintage era that you can be graceful in like defeat, but also enjoy your wins. And it's all about the community. And again, I just want to kind of thank like you guys live and again thank you for allowing me to actually be part of your journey as well.
You've been real with us, bro, from the beginning. You embraced us. I think it was like you said, you really liked the footage, but when you approached us, you really came at us like quite humble and very open. Do you know what I mean? So
they're speaking for themselves. I ain't gonna lie. I went on it. I'm keeping it 100. I went on it. I was just like, what's my man want?
He always see it as a gender and stuff. You know what I mean? So he's like, what's going on here?
I was like, firstly, what is this about, bro? Like, what we gonna no podcast? I don't get it. We ain't won nothing. What are we talking about? Like, what's this guy want? And then even secondly, when you come to the London Cup thing, the London Cup game, I was like, don't talk to me. I was just
it's just dubious.
For me, I'm just very. I like to look at things and be like, right, what does this guy really want? Nicky will tell you he's laughing now. Like, no, but
I was always fighting your corner.
Not saying that I didn't think he was a bad guy. I was just like, what does this guy freaking want, bro? Like,
hidden agenda, isn't it?
Yeah, like, I get
There's no hidden agenda, There's no.
No, do you know what? It's because you're coming from South, and I'm hearing all these little things from South. I'm thinking, so why is this South man gonna come and start asking us bare questions?
Yeah, and be nice to us.
And then come and film. Secondly, my man's filming our game in North, come all the way to North London to come and film my video, knowing that man, he knows LSU, he knows. Thinking, what are you doing? Like, what's he really doing? Like, I was like, but to be fair, you come across correct, innit? Like, it's not that you that's just how I thought. But in terms of you as an individual, you're a genuine guy, man. You're a genuine guy.
Show your truth.
You know what I mean? You still got. I'm not 100% there, but
okay. So literally, I would be absolutely honest. Like, I couldn't talk about you guys from a YouTube video. That's the reason why I traveled. I'm like, literally, I've got to give you guys like the utmost respect and literally travel there and literally see you guys like in person. I don't know. And again, there was no hidden agenda. I don't talk to, listen, I'm very respectful in terms of, I'm not going to say to whoever, oh yeah, or whatever. Like, I'm going to say it out on live. So then literally everyone knows in terms of my own opinion about Summers, or if it's Santos, or if it's, whoever, yourself, like, I will literally say it live. Like there's kind of no underhand, conversations, and I'm actually here to actually fight everyone's corner. Honestly, I kind of genuinely listen. I mean, I'm not gonna say exactly what happened when I kind of watched you guys in the semi-final, but I drove off. I came back to speak to, was it yourself, Lee, about something, and then literally drove out again. Because there was something that I didn't, literally I didn't agree with, or literally,
you've always kept it real with me. That's what I've said. So I respect that.
You need to tell me about that when it comes.
You know about it, yeah.
Do I know about it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did care. No, yeah, we all care.
Yeah. So, but honestly, guys, thank you so much, and again, I want to shout out FC Kawuya. I'm gonna shout out Charcoal. I'll shout out
they won the league, didn't they?
Did they win?
Literally they.
Sorry, let me say something. How could you say something now?
Go on.
Ty's on here. I know FC Korea, Ty, and obviously Mark's there as well. We need to play each other friendly. I'm saying this out here now because those are my guys. And I know the reason why they set up FC Korea as well. Obviously, Tyrus and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? I know the reason. So.
Is there anyone you don't know?
No, they're in. But no, we need to. I want to literally big up FC Korea big time. And I know my brother Ty is going to appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? And we need to play. We need to play each other.
You know what? FC Korea literally ran away with the league unbeaten. It's again like a quality team with quality players.
When they got freaking Tyrus up front, guy's like a bloody machine, bro. He's a tank, and again with the goals and the kind of assists, it's, again, Division 1 is going to be very, very, very interesting next season without Charcoal there. I'm not going to say it's going to be open, but it's going to be a lot more competitive. So again, shout out to
Charcoal completely gone. They're not reforming, not regrouping.
At this present moment in time, I do not know.
You can't say too much, man. You don't want no headache, man. Just
trying to be smart.
You know what? Actually, see, no, you know what? Genuine truth. I do not know exactly what's going on with Charcoal, but one thing I can say about the Charcoal players is that we need players like that, because it's gonna make the competition and the league better. Exactly what you were saying, Lee. With better players, with more, I'd say, kind of social media conversations, then literally people are going to raise their games. Listen, you know what? I'm actually here just to give people their, our 2 hours of fame, because again, I think this is literally what men, especially our kind of generation now, do not do. We don't celebrate our wins. We, we kind of want to hide behind our achievements, and literally think it's just all about other things. We should celebrate you guys winning the league. We should celebrate you winning it. We should celebrate LSU winning it. We should celebrate other teams in other divisions as well. I don't honestly.
One our league. Let's big them up.
Yeah, 100%. And JHY, the league will get better if we get more ex-pros playing, and they will spread the word more. 100%. Before we go, because literally I know Scotland are playing Germany. I don't know who would actually want to watch that. Sorry, Hungary. Hungary. I have
Hungary.
Yeah, Hungary. I've got two.
Nigeria's not in the Euro, so I'm not really bothered.
I've got two questions from Jay. Who is the DJ in the changing room?
Yeah, with controversy. Yeah.
Okay.
My music's too old, apparently.
He's old school, isn't he?
I've been bagged for next season.
And
we were playing house. Was playing Soulful House, yeah, and the Mapiano at the presentation. This man come up to me and said, what's this shit? I was like, yo,
me and my mate who was my age, we just didn't get the music.
Like a Mapiano, we're playing a Mapiano and Soulful House. I'm like, what?
Oh dear. And the last question is, who has the worst dress sense?
Worst dressers? What, in that? That's the worst. No one.
I think where everyone just rocks up in
Tracksuit.
Summer's tracksuits.
I can tell you who's got the best dressers.
Go on.
Chris Field. Because he likes to spend about 10 grand on every
I'm going to say that.
So that's it. Like, that's, I can tell you that. I hope he's
just
watching.
watch the Wembley game when he comes over and see what
Man turns up to a football game, cup final on the mud. Yeah. Fresh pair of Air Force Ones, LV jacket, CP trousers. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he's best on Saturday, Dior or whatever. Just to come remember, man didn't even play. I'm saying, I can tell you that's best dress. I can give him that.
Quality.
Not just because of the designer, but he puts it together well.
But my plan for next season is I've been trying to sort of network our teams in our league to go into the London Cup for next season. Because on paper, we ain't even the best team in our league. We finished third. No, but it's true. So I just want to create that friendly East versus South, North v West, little rivalry.
No, we think we're the best in our league, but the fact is
because we didn't win the league. We didn't win the league, so it can't.
So exactly. So it is what it is. That just shows that our league is strong. We walked away with the London Cup, and 3 teams,
League Cup,
or
London Cup,
2 teams came above us in our league. You know what I mean? It just makes our league look good. You know
also, certain I'll put it out there. Certain players, charcoal players, ain't got games. You want to come to East and play football? You're more than welcome.
Some of them, I know they live in East.
Come pre-season, see if it works out.
They jump on that ferry and make it sound like they're in South.
Like I said earlier, I respect the players. I respect the football. Just because of whatever's happened, don't mean that we can't. I'm saying invite a man to come play football with us.
True.
That's not. I'm saying like good players, good players. Do you know what I mean? Right. So we rate that.
Cool.
Yeah, true. 100%. I totally agree. Axe, I got one more question for you before we leave. Could you please turn around and hold the trophy aloft and actually say Summers FC are the best team in London? That's all of them. That's kind of all I want you to
do that.
Come on.
It's gonna be a great fun now, bro.
Come on. Our WhatsApp group already recorded it.
Man's trying to make me a performer. Hey, look. Hey, brilliant trophy.
Oh my God.
We won the London Cup. Yeah, we are the best team in London right now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we're happy. Obviously, I'm very happy about it. But yeah, let these men do the extra stuff.
Chuffed about that.
Take it.
We won. Look, we did this. Yeah, this is very proud.
And I'm gonna say it again. It's all down to the players. Yeah, it's all down to the players. So anything we're doing now, we wouldn't really be here if we didn't have the players doing the job on the pitch. And I've got to keep doing that because it's not just about me. It's not about Lee. It's not about Nick. No matter how much work we put in, if they don't do what they do on the pitch, there's no content. Do you know what I mean? There's no manager managing anybody. There's no lead being the physio, being the person keeping your mental health straight. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything. There's none of that. So it's down to them lot coming out every single Saturday, putting their names down, showing commitment, paying their subs. You know what I'm saying? And just coming, just basically making this a whole unit. Do you know what I mean? So it's down to them. They won this and they deserve it.
Pick up every Summers player.
Pass and move. 100%.
And Nikki, what if people want to know more about you guys? Where can they find you?
Yeah, we're on all socials, YouTube, Summers AFC on every single one. So yeah, I try and put out content as much as possible. But I am actually glad of having 3 months of no editing, commentary, filming.
He's gonna do something. He can't help himself, man.
Last month, he's gonna be itching.
No, but we're already doing something. I've been sort of dragged into. So
it was dragged into.
No, it was. I told him the other day that I couldn't do it because it's too much work. And he didn't. He put a little guilt trip without putting a. And I come off the phone and I was like, I was like, no, I'm going to do this. So watch out in about 3 weeks' time.
Oh,
there'll be something
Love
coming out. So.
And literally all of your details will actually be in the show.
Oh yeah, we've got some other big news as well.
Oh,
next.
Next. Don't worry, we'll keep you in the
we'll keep you.
No problem. Summers FC, the best team in London, the number one team in London, the best manager in London, the best starting 11 in London, the best squad in London. Anything else, Axe?
No, man, love, respect, big up everybody. And yeah, man, all I'm going to keep saying is this is down to the boys, man. Definitely down to the boys. Obviously, we put in the work behind the scenes, but without the boys, we won't have this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's theirs. This is their trophy, man. And we come again next season and win some more. That's it.
Lee, Nikki, and Axe, thank you so much for coming on. Please like and subscribe and share, and we will see you next week, Sunday.
Bless up.
Yes, nice one.